This is cash for keys and when to use it in probate real estate in California. Handling a situation where someone lives in an inherited property in San Diego is a delicate balance between legal guidelines and the emotional needs of the estate, the beneficiaries, and the tenant. The best way to handle this situation is with an amicable agreement between the tenant and the executor to help remove that tenant from the property. One of the ways that we suggest doing this is called cash for keys. What is cash for keys? Cash for keys is when you create a legally binding document that is an agreement between the tenant and the executor. It provides a financial incentive to the tenant for moving out of the property on a certain date and time. The agreement will lay out how much you will be paying that tenant to move out and the date and time of that tenant vacating the property. The goal is for the estate to get a vacant property so we can move forward with the sale of the home. We always recommend that you obtain legal advice from your attorney, especially in scenarios like cash for keys. This is so that you, as the estate representative, are following all tenant laws locally and ensuring that you won't be held liable for any agreements that are signed by the tenant in case something goes awry. You, as the executor, want to avoid an eviction process because it's costly and time-consuming for the estate and will end up in a lot of financial loss due to mortgage payments, maintenance costs, cleanup, who knows what regarding that tenant. So cash for keys is a way for you to minimize the cost to the estate while also helping to get the tenant removed so that the sales process and the preparation of the home can continue. The first step would be negotiating with the occupant of the home. In this case, the negotiations are between the executor administrator and that tenant. You'll want to talk to them and come to an agreement on what date and time they will be vacating the home, as well as how much they would like to take as compensation for leaving. This document will also lay out the boundaries for this tenant to leave the home in good condition, which is great for you as the executor or administrator of the estate. Financial incentive is a way to amicably come to an agreement with a tenant because that tenant has to find a new place to live. And likely, the death of your loved one was a surprise to them as much as it has been to you. They may not have the funds for a down payment or to help pay first month's rent, who knows what. So offering a sum of money to them is useful and helpful and helps them to move on to where they need to go so that you can then prepare and sell this home. Oftentimes, we aim for about $1,500 as a starting point for asking these tenants to vacate. $1,500 as a starting point might seem like a lot to you. However, quick story, Susan's sister Mary was living in their mother's home when their mother passed. Mary didn't want to move out, so Susan offered her cash for keys. Mary, of course, did not want to go with this agreement because she wanted to stay in the home, and so instead, they had to begin the eviction process. $1,500 for cash for keys would have been a great scenario for both Mary and Susan. However, the eviction process cost them over $5,000. It also damaged their relationship. When the eviction process took place, Susan had to have law enforcement come and physically remove Mary from the home, which was not a great scenario for either of them. We also organized at the time of the removal of Mary from the home that the locks were then changed. This is also something that we do when we have cash for keys. Once that agreement is signed by the tenant, we have the locks changed at the exact same time. It's one of the reasons why we have a date and time set up in that legal document. Meaning that when the agreed upon date and time for cash for keys takes place, we hand the tenant the money and they hand us the keys, and then we have a locksmith change all the locks so that that tenant can't potentially come back into the home. Unfortunately for Susan and Mary, this was not the case, but it could be if you make an effort to offer a sum of money that's acceptable to the occupant of the home. To summarize, cash for keys can be beneficial for both the estate and the tenant. It's just a matter of whether or not you can come to an amicable agreement. $1,500 is usually the base sum that we start with, but sometimes you have to go a little higher to get the tenant to agree to vacating the home. I hope this has been of value to you. Like, subscribe, hit the bell button, and don't forget to comment below. We love when you guys offer us questions, because then we have some more content to offer to you to help you through managing the estate of your loved one.